Next at 6, a wildfire forcing evacuations in East County. We take you there live as firefighters work to get it under control.
San Diegans are getting ready to dream of Californication tonight at the Red Hot Chili Peppers concert. We have a preview.
What can you rent in San Diego for $1,500 a month versus other cities? A new survey takes a look.
The foundation of California beach culture, in my mind, is George Freed giving surf lessons to lifeguards.
A new book is out, Surf and Rescue, that takes a look at beach culture and how it started in the early 1900s.
And we'll take you inside the Emo Brown Foundation, where their motto is
doing good in our hood.
CBS 8 News live at 6 starts now.
We start with breaking news tonight. Crews are fighting back flames of a brush fire that triggered evacuation warnings in Ramona. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Carlo Cicchetto.
I'm Jesse Pagan in for Marcella Lee. The fire sparked around 12:30 today and has burned more than 180 acres. At last check, it's 20% contained.
CBS 8's Heather Hope joins us live from Ramona right now. Heather, where are you in relation to the actual fire?
So I'm right along Highway 78, right at Rancho Bellena Road. You can see just some of the red flame retardant that firefighters have been dropping all afternoon long. Fire crews are surrounding this hillside that has been an active fire scene throughout this afternoon. We ran into two brothers who were very concerned about their mother and their sister's homes here in Ramona.
Yeah, my mom lives off of Magnolia, and we've got family in town, and they were a little worried, so we just thought we'd come and check it out.
It looks like they got a lot of work ahead. The hardest part, getting it knocked down is one thing, but the hardest part is to turning over every log and making sure every tree and everything is out before they leave. I mean, because the one small spark, as everybody knows, can start this back up just as fast as it started.
Frightening moments for those two brothers wanting to make sure their mom and sister's homes were safe. CAL FIRE says the Casner fire shot up from 40 to 180 acres in just a couple hours. This area east of Ramona alongside Highway 78 is the same area where the Witch Creek fire burned in 2007. CAL FIRE Captain Thomas Schutz says they have more than 200 firefighters battling the Casner fire and made great progress with frequent water drops. Law enforcement did go door to door to evacuate people nearby and got 20 residents out who are now able to return home, and the road closures have since been lifted. Captain Schutz also says the low winds have helped their firefighting efforts. And back out here live, it's important to know there have been no injuries, no structures or homes damaged. Some were threatened at one point, but good to know that none have been damaged or destroyed. Carlo, Jesse.
All right, Heather Hope kicking off our breaking news fire coverage this evening. Heather, thank you.
And as crews battle that fire in Ramona, we want to take a look at the conditions that they're up against.
Chief Meteorologist Carlene Javis here tracking it all. Carlene, what's it looking like out there for them?
Nothing too strong right now. Here's a catch. You had daytime highs that were into the 90s across inland regions. So we had 90s for a few hours across Ramona. So you had the heat. Current temperature is 86 degrees. We had winds that were picking up more speed earlier. They have calmed down. And we do have a gust up to about 10 miles per hour. You're also looking at relative humidity that is at 41%. So that has recovered from the 20s that we had, and that was at the time that fire was burning. We are seeing some of that smoke, and you're seeing it from our camera that's looking out from Black Mountain. So the smoke will continue to linger around in the landscape. And then also the main thing is you have to consider is how dry it is. We have had a massive deficit when it comes to our water year, and since the start of October 1st with that water year all the way till now, you're seeing anywhere between about 3 to 5 inches of a deficit for most of the county. So we have a lot of dry brush that we have to keep a close eye on. We'll go ahead and take a look at your complete forecast coming up. Jesse, Carlo.
All right, Carlene, thank you. Meantime, San Diego is getting ready for some Californication right now, and thousands of people have been streaming into Petco Park.
Me and my friends can't go to the show because we're working, but the Red Hot Chili Peppers will hit the stage soon. The show starts in less than an hour.
And right now, CBS 8's Kirsten Holmes is live near Petco Park with all the fun. Kirsten?
Hey guys, we are here, like you said, right outside of Petco Park. Take a look behind me. We have traffic, people going to the concert. You guys going to the concert? We figured all this traffic was here and you're going to the concert and you get a good look at Petco Park. You can see so many people already starting to file into the arena. All of this just minutes away from the start of the Red Hot Chili Peppers concert tonight at Petco Park. And no matter what kind of music you listen to, you probably know at least one of their songs. And that is why thousands of fans are filing into the Petco Park right now to see them live and in person.
I don't ever wanna feel.
I used to play them on the radio back in Detroit in the early 80s when they first started.
Michael Halloran has been working in radio for years and says the Red Hot Chili Peppers have a long history in San Diego.
They actually came here first, the Chili Peppers, in 1983, and they played a place called the Rodeo. Red Hot Chili Peppers have been a big deal in Southern California since probably the early 80s. This is their first time playing a massive stadium like this in San Diego. In 1991, just before New Year's, they came to play the Del Mar Fairgrounds with two bands kind of unknown at the time. One was called Pearl Jam, and the other one was called Nirvana.
Mike says not only is he here for the music, he's most looking forward to guitarist John Frusciante.
Frusciante he's beyond a guitar genius. It's really hard to describe what he does, but he turns the guitar into something that's not really a guitar.
Before a music head like Mike, his favorite song?
Me and My Friends. Everybody's gonna go, what the heck is that, Halloran, Me and My Friends? It's old, it's amazing, but it's one of the best ones.
Their music, it connects to everybody.
Leonard Juan and Mary Rios came over from Tucson to see the show, and they say even kids in their family are growing up with the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Each one of them, as they grow older, they have a Chili Pepper song that they gravitate to. Even my mom, we went on a trip and she didn't know who they were, but after the songs were over, she says, that was some really good music.
Snow is Leonard's favorite, and for Mary?
And my favorite is Californication.
Michael says the show is even meaningful for the band itself.
This has kind of been their backyard. They've been down here and they played a lot. So when they're coming to Petco, which is the largest place they've ever played, I don't know if it's going to be scary for them, but you know, they've been down here plenty of times.
All right, so if you take a look behind me, you can see so many people walking across the bridge, people pulling into the Hilton parking lot and all the other parking lots here in downtown. We got to tell you, traffic is blocked in several areas here around Petco Park, but we have your back. We have a full listing of all the closures you need to know about on our website, cbs8.com, and it looks like the set list says that they're going to be on stage till about 10:30, so expect those closures until a little bit after that as people file out of Petco Park and go home from what is probably going to be a really fun night. Reporting live for CBS 8, back to you.
San Diego police detectives want your help to identify this man. They say he tried to sexually assault a 16-year-old girl. This all happened yesterday afternoon in the South Bay in the Lincoln Acres area. Detectives say the girl was walking alone when the man tackled her and then tried to sexually assault her. That's when someone intervened and the man ran off. Investigators say the man is 18-year-old, Hispanic, around 5'11", with short curly hair. If you have any info, detectives want you to call the number on the bottom of your screen.
New tonight, two groups of more than 100 migrants each were arrested this week in Imperial Beach after illegally crossing the border. Border Patrol agents say last night just over 100 migrants crossed the border through a drainage tube near Imperial Beach. That after more than 120 migrants were arrested Saturday. That's the second largest group of migrants encountered this year.
A deal between unionized pharmacy workers and their employers is dead tonight. Just minutes ago, the union announced workers rejected the tentative agreement, which would have avoided a strike. Workers are upset over what they call unfair staffing, scheduling, and wages at Ralph's, Vaughn's, Albertsons, and Pavilion stores. They're now demanding those employers come back to the negotiating table. The Federal Reserve is raising interest rates again, this time by another 0.75 percentage point. Chairman Jerome Powell made the announcement today following the Fed's July meeting. The change raises borrowing costs for Americans, from car loans to mortgages to credit cards. With inflation at a 40-year high, the Federal Reserve started raising interest rates in March, hoping to cool down demand for goods. The next Fed meeting is scheduled for September.
And while interest rates are going up now, rent has been on the rise for a while in San Diego, sharply over the past year. A new survey compares rent here to other cities. So how did we fare? CBS 8's Steve Price takes a look at the findings.
When it comes to rent and what you can get for your money, San Diego is number one at getting the least bang for your buck. At least that's what a new survey says. They look at how much square footage you can get for $1,500 a month. Amarillo, Texas topped the list at 1,411 square feet. So if this was your apartment there, the blue box would be your apartment here for the same price, more than 2/3 smaller.
It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible.
Melissa Vergara has lived in San Diego her entire life and can't believe how ridiculous rents are these days. 540 square feet in the college area for $2,037 a month.
If I'm going to pay that much, I want to be able to step out my door and be right there on the beach, but you're definitely not doing that here.
So what can you get here for $1,500 a month? We found a 594 square foot one-bedroom apartment in Santee for $1,465, a 476 square foot studio in La Mesa for $1,325, and a mere 133 square feet in National City for $1,431 a month. But the survey conducted by Rent Cafe found that San Diego renters tend to be younger than many other cities and don't really need as much space.
They don't have families. They're not married. They spend time in their apartment, but they don't spend a lot of time in their apartment.
Little Rock, Arkansas came in second for square footage at $1,395. Oklahoma City third at $1,390. In case you're wondering, there's not a single California city in the top 20, but San Diego was dead last at just 463 square feet. But those behind the survey say there is reason for optimism. San Diego's future housing situation is looking better than a lot of other cities.
San Diego is one of the highest percentage of under construction rental units on the coast right now.
But with inflation soaring, how long will it take before prices start to drop? Many San Diegans fear things are going to get worse before they get better, including Melissa, who's now thinking about leaving.
It's beautiful. You can't complain about any of the weather, but it's just too expensive.
In Claremont, Steve Price, CBS 8.